Good evening, lady and gentlemen, or maybe just gentlemen. I don't know. It's
Hi,
Oof My
Zeldron.
Wallet. Welcome to tonight's Oof My Wallet. I'm here live with a few folks. We have a special guest tonight. We have Stephen Whitmock. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
Welcome to Oof My Wallet, the show where we talk about things that hurt our wallet, made it bleed, made it scream, makes you say oof when you think about it after you've purchased it.
It makes you say oof when you think your wife's going to find out about it.
Yeah, that's the residual oof.
Yeah.
It's the second round.
I can't hide this from her.
Aftershocks. So
oof, I had to use the wrong card on this one, didn't I?
Oof, I did it again. I am Paul. I'm hosting tonight. Hey, Jay Holla. Hey, Zaldron. Our return viewers. We also have Lucas and the lovable Rick. With nothing to say for once. I can't believe it.
So I'm teaching high school tomorrow.
Wow, look at you.
What grade?
I know, I'm teaching high school for the next 2 days.
What are you going to teach them?
They say teach what you know, so I'm going to start with New Hope, Empire. See how far we get.
So did they run out of other options or what?
Yeah. The janitor's out tomorrow.
I'm maybe scared to ask, but what subject other than pop culture?
I have yet to find out.
Oh. Home ec. Spanish. Actually, you could probably teach any of those.
Gymnastics? There you go.
Sex ed, if you're really lucky.
No, that sounds like there's liability issues there.
Yeah, I don't think they'd let you do that. Just walking in without prior knowledge. Anyways, we are going to...
You see,
when
the man loves the woman...
I'm gonna kick us off tonight because I don't want Lucas to completely steal my thunder.
Dude, this is horrible. Paul, you're just gonna go and steal the pick. So I guess we're gonna try to alternate things here.
I'm gonna give you plenty of ample chance, but I'm gonna start us off tonight with something I just picked up just the other day, and I have to say I'm so grooving on Jazz. G1 Jazz in his greatest appearance ever in the Transformers toy line, as far as I could tell. What do you think, Lucas?
I mean, it's just an incredible figure. They essentially scaled down Downbeat, Make Toys Downbeat, into a regular figure, but all of the things that annoyed me about Downbeat, they fixed. So it has the right colors on the chest, the stuff is silver. It has some detailing and whatnot. It is a really, really cool figure, especially for $20.
Yeah, I mean, I just think this thing is awesome. I love how the transformation's clever. It really gets compact. The car is badass. I mean, it looks pretty much like a Porsche. Looks how you would want it. It's a little cartoonified. I'm cool with it. I don't mind the doors being spread on the back instead of wings, because I actually prefer the cartoon look, which didn't have the doors. He had kind of a smooth back. You're not liking this backpack, Rick?
I don't.
You can fold it up too.
Oh, you can compact it.
Nice.
Yeah, you can.
That's much better. I think Paul just mistransformed it.
Probably, whatever.
That's the way it comes out of the box, though, is the way Paul has it.
That's definitely a candidate for a sticker set.
Yeah, it could be.
I mean, other than the numbers on the side are annoying because it's 14 instead of 4, but...
How did you do that, Lucas? Because... Oh, there we go. Is that...
So what you do is, well, like, you can put in the other part, too. So, like, the other part of the roof, you, like, collapse that in, and then you just fold them up.
All right. Well, look what I did. I already messed something up. Thanks to you. So that's enough. Anyways, I like this toy. I think it's great. I think trying to say Hasbro took cues from Downbeat is insane, but I'll let that slide enough. I really love the way this little gear in here, that silver piece. It's like his midsection spins independently of the waist and the upper chest, and it's just kind of a cool transformation thing that I hadn't seen before. But yeah, the Deluxe Studio Series toys are showing up. They're a little hard to find because they have the same DPCI as previous ones, but most of your older Studio Series Deluxes should be cleared off the shelves at this point. So if you look at like the Target app or something and you see that there's a multitude of Deluxe Studio Series at your store, it's probably Cup, Blur, and Jazz.
I think Target's the only one that's got them so far, right?
That's the only place I've found them, yeah. I've seen Kingdom
Yeah.
at Walmart, but that's it.
Are the Buzzworthy Bumblebees, or are those Target exclusives?
Yeah, so most of them.
I think it's a Target exclusive line. I mean, that's where I've seen them. Yeah. And I've seen a report or two that it is like a Target imprint. So, like, Walmart gets the Netflix stuff, and for some reason, Target wanted a Bumblebee line.
Right.
And they got
with
it.
Old toys in old paint decos.
I mean, I will say one thing about those Buzzworthy Bumblebee toys. If you missed out on the number 15 Bumblebee with Charlie in it, like, that is a good pickup if you can get it. It's Studio Series 15, and you can get the newer Bumblebee with Sam as well, which is also coming out as a regular Studio Series release later. So you can get them if you want, but I picked
up Shatter from that because I missed the car mode. Not that I like the toy, but I like it for customization reasons. Because I did the dropkick vehicle into a Velocity, and I really like that whole form as a female, kind of thing, the muscle car female look. So I was ecstatic because I was like, oh, Shatter's easy to get again. I just picked her up this week.
Yeah, she did kind of disappear for a little while. So
yeah,
it is a good chance to pick that up. Well, speaking of customs and, getting creative with toys, I'd like to introduce you a little bit, Steven. You are Schwitcraft on Twitter and Facebook. You have made quite a few customs that have made the rounds, so to speak. And, we've known each other for quite a while, and I decided, hey, you want to come oof it up? And you said, yeah. So here you are. Welcome to the show. And what do you got?
I've got a myriad of things. I did, in line with my Ghostbusters customs, I did pick up this little guy here. See if I can.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I picked him up. I don't have a good light source over here. Anyways, so yeah, I picked up the new Afterlife Ectotron. That's blowing my face out. There we go. But yeah, so I picked him up. He's the same damn figure as the other one for the most part. I don't know. I grabbed him because I'm a completist and it's Ghostbusters. But honestly, I wouldn't pay $60 for him again, but I got him for $45, so he's worth it. Overall, for the most part, I took him as soon as I got him. They gave you a couple extra stickers, and they did some yellowing a little bit and rust on it, but it's a terrible job. So I took to it this week and rusted the crap out of it, down to its inner legs and everything. I don't know if that focuses or not. I can't see.
Your background blur thing seems to be affecting it a bit, but so you actually customized that quite a bit. You took that's not how it looks right out of the box. You did some work on that figure.
Yeah, there we go. Better. Yeah, so I took it out of the box and I repainted up the back a little bit. They leave these things. You'd think for a second release they'd paint up the back, but the most we got out of it is a additional sticker on the back end. We didn't have this on the Ectotron figure back here. In vehicle mode, the back hatch didn't have anything. But that aside, they just threw a face mask on him, and that was it. And they moved the ladder to the other side. But if you want to be a super nerd like me, the Afterlife Ecto actually has a suicide door on the right side, and they just use the same mold, so the door's actually wrong on this. So I've got to figure out some way to fix that with styrene and some whatnot down the road. But yeah, it's not bad. It's okay.
So, as a Ghostbusters fan, are you annoyed that the Ghostbusters Afterlife is the Ecto one and not the Ecto 1A?
I'm okay with it. I mean, I like the Ecto 1A. I restickered the other Ectotron like completely up, in that whole hazard stripe, motif for that. I'd like to say I'm interested to see how they're going to explain it. They're not.
They're not gonna implement that.
No, not at all.
It's like Ghostbusters 2 didn't happen.
Yeah, that's why I've heard rumors that it's going to be kind of dancing around how Ghostbusters 2 didn't happen. I'm gonna hold my breath and wait. I think it's just gonna.
Somehow, 2000 Ghostbusters did happen.
Well, I follow the comic books to make my brain okay with that, like the whole parallel dimension thing, and so because honestly, as much as 2016 got a lot of crap, the comic book, like the way they IDW like weaved it into the normal Ghostbusters, it's actually really good. Even if you don't like the movie, that's good. I mean, I enjoy that a lot. It's like a whole alternate dimension, and having like Spengler deal with the scientists is like Aaron and all them is it's interesting. It's good. It's a good read.
So just for those of us that are not big time bustas, the Ecto 1A, is that the alternative upgraded version of it from the second movie? Is that what I'm getting from you guys?
Yeah, that's got more of the roof rack, stuff on it. It's got the big LED lights on the side, full hazard tape on the side, stickers all the way around. So, yeah, it's the jumbo one.
Well, I hope they don't erase Ghostbusters 2, but if they do, then I'm going to campaign that Aliens 3 gets the axe, because I don't
well,
Alien 3? Are you kidding me?
No.
That's great.
No, it ruined the franchise forever. We've been on a downward spiral ever since.
No, Alien Resurrection's the one that you say that didn't exist.
yeah.
Even the director's cut is garbage.
Well, at least there was a comic that pretended Alien 3 didn't exist, so I got something. But
True.
very cool. You want to show that one more time, just to see? I want to see some of the effects you did, just because.
That one or this one? No.
No, the other one, the Ecto.
I know.
Don't give up the ghost. Yeah, so that is a blast effect from Singe, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I grabbed it over because it's
From, the key guy, what's his name? Rung. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I threw a little blast effect on it. I zhuzhed up the proton thrower too, just because it's all black. There's no detail to any of this stuff, and even the sticker set. I bought 5 of the Toy Hack sticker sets for my custom other figures. So I had one for this, floating around, but I only used the interior robot stuff on this because I wanted the kind of afterlife, Ecto instead of, because the sticker sets are really, Ecto 1A looking. But yeah, I mean, it's nice. I have an A squad and a B squad of, custom figures. So this one settles nicely into the B squad, and then I can have the other one stick with the A squad. But yeah, I feel like they really phoned it in, which irritates the crap out of me. And I don't know if that's a designer, choice or I'm sure it's just a marketing choice.
I mean, Rick might know better, but
that would be more of the designers. That'd be on the designer side.
Well, I know that they had already planned.
Time,
Sorry.
hang on. So it's on the designer side, but it's an exclusive, which means it would have gone to exclusives team. As far as I know, they got rid of the exclusives team, so it's probably an intern who did it.
There you go.
Thank you, intern.
Yeah. I mean, the new head's not bad, you know. It's like the difference between face mask up, face mask up and face mask down. I mean, but aside from the head, half my customs, I pop the heads off and put new heads on anyway. So that's not like if I wanted a new head, I'd make one myself.
Well, I feel like you could kind of forgive them not doing a lot for this new one if it was cheaper. Like, that's the thing. It's like kind of a slap in the face. It's like $20 more, and we're pretty much getting the old figure.
I feel like if you would have gotten it in the box instead of the blister pack too, it was like hanging on a peg in blister pack. It was like looking like a knockoff toy or something. I get it that you're getting a comic book and an extra ghost, but I also get that like all of our promo images had the ghosts painted up, and everyone's like pre-ordering it, going, "Oh, ghosts are painted up," and now you get it, and there's no paint. It's the same Slimer from every other one. So I would feel better about the price tag if they would have put more time into the paint apps. I mean, the Afterlife Ecto has rust all along the trim on the bottom. You know what I mean? They just took a bronze marker to the front. I mean, a lot of what I have in the front of this is what's already on there. That's all the rust they put on it. So they could have like grabbed a marker and run it down the sides. You know what I mean? And like looked at a picture. Granted, I know production, yada yada, and all that, but just a little something more to make you open it and go, "Oh, so this isn't exactly the same thing with a different head and some markers, apps from what I bought before." But I'm glad it's out. I would rather have this than two of the other Ectotrons. I like having the fact that I have the same figure because I wanted two, but a variation on it too. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like I don't like buying the same figure twice. So that kind of fills that need, at a low cost.
Well, I can tell you that the old Ecto is getting rerun, and I think it had to do with the fact that they were making this one as an exclusive.
Yeah.
Because there are solicits out there for wholesalers and that kind of thing. And, I would have awarded you your first big oof on that because of the price. Because I think we all agree it's a little expensive. But since you got it at such a good deal, you will be spared the big oof this go around. So congratulations.
Well, thanks.
Pretty cool figure. I have, funny enough, I've been going to a lot of stores recently, and that thing is flying off the shelf. Where there used to be like 5 or 6 on a peg, there's like 1 left or none in multiple stores around me. So, hey, pick your poison,
Yeah.
Well, who would like to go next? It's either Rick or Lucas. You guys can flip for it.
I'll shoot you for it.
All right.
I was going to say, you can go, Rick.
Oh.
Well, I haven't been out shopping much. I've been really busy this week. Santa brought us a puppy, and the puppy is like having a baby.
What?
And you gotta water it, you gotta feed it. It's just no different.
Just like a
pees all
Tamagotchi.
over, just like a baby. This is the last puppy I hope Santa ever brings us. Yeah, I thought I was done with that.
Well, that dog is cute, man. When you show it
next
to us.
dog will be an adult dog. So, but I did force myself to go out yesterday, and I found a couple things. All I found was buzzworthy bumblebees. I got the bumblebee with the Charlie. I got the bumblebee as he did not appear in the film. I got the Shatter, which should have been called Strika, and the other guy Obsidian. And I got the 74 bumblebee with not Spike. And then they also had a Kingdom. The only Kingdom figure I found, they had a Kingdom Optimus, the big one, but the box was smashed. I'm like, nope.
You know what's weird is I've seen a lot of those smashed. It's bizarre. Like the Optimus is like I've seen 4 on a shelf. All of them have like major mess ups on them.
It's to make sure other people can buy them.
It looks like somebody just like took a X-Acto knife and just tried to open the box.
Oh.
Like just trying to guess where the box would open. So it had all these cuts on it.
So you haven't opened any of those yet?
No, there's no paint difference on these as far as I can tell. So these will only be I usually buy 2 of each. This will be a one and done. Not a whole lot of one and dones in my collection.
Well, the 74 is new. That one hasn't. That's the first time that one's been released.
Right, but it's coming out in the other.
Correct. It won't. And it will have Sam. So yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But again, about that 15, it's the quote unquote upgraded version of that old Camaro mold, like that has the pin in the back window thing. So it's not exactly the same as the first 15. It's the upgraded version.
Right, it's missing all the additional pieces to customize it.
It's missing those two, but I guess what I'm saying is there's been like multiple builds of that mold, and the first one was pretty poorly received, and this is the better, like the upgraded one that doesn't break apart in your hands. Just saying, in case you.
No paint difference. So
you seem like the kind of guy that would care about that, so I just wanted to make sure you knew.
On some things I do. When it's visible, yeah, like the Starscream pins, right, in the shoulders. Like, all right, you can tell by looking at it in the box. There's one with a pin, and one that's sonic welded, or it was a pressure joint. This is a more like finite interior thing that it's hard to make an argument when you're saying, hey, this version's $15, this one's $20, like 20 years down the road on the secondary market.
Yeah, and one thing I wanted to also bring up about those is those buzzworthy Bumblebee toys seem to be victim to the price increase. I don't know.
You mean
if
online?
Noticed. In the store. In the store.
What did I just get? I also got the Cyberverse Bumblebee and Megatron with the spark armor things, and I did a little comparison video. That Megatron is like exact. It's exactly the same as the one that came out in Cyberverse like a year ago. And those were $50 a pop.
50?
Were they 50 or were they 40?
I want to say they were like 25, but I mean anything above $15 seems like too much for those. So
you're talking about the Build-A-Figure ones?
They come in a.
I felt like that stuff was overpriced when it was $25. I can't imagine that it's 40 or 50. Jeez.
Yeah, we have the Build-A-Figures for like 20 down here.
And it's not even like shit. At least paint it differently, right?
It is kind of bizarre. Like, why is it like they're re-releasing stuff no one asked for? Like when you see the Cyberverse stuff on the store, you're like, what? At least this Bumblebee is different. Like he didn't come with the dump truck. He came with the battleship before. So this one is different.
I love that you guys are showing off all this stuff that you bought, and you're like, why did they release this? Like, why would Hasbro just release the same thing over again in just different packaging or whatever, as you both are holding
yeah.
As I have 2 of these, one to open and one to keep sealed.
It's a valid criticism.
I have the Bumblebee and Spike coming on Friday from Target. I have to go pick it up when it drops in the store.
Well,
I kind of want to.
Sorry, Lucas.
Oh, the Bumblebee and Spike.
Yeah, I just wanted to customize it into a bumper because it's a good bumper mold. I mean, for that.
You may want to hold off.
Oh, don't say that. I've been holding off for like. I held off for my tap out and glyph customs, and I was like, I'm doing them. Forget it.
Yeah, when they start to show up more prominently in the comics, then you know it's.
Well, they did a Valentine's special for tap out and glyph, and they never made the toys.
I know you've been begging for a tap out and glyph, Steven.
I have been begging for a tap out and glyph forever. As much as I like my customs off the classic, Bumblebees. I want regular figures of them anyways.
Well, every dog has his day. Just what day will it be? One last thing about those buzzworthy toys is, the price increase is real. Like in most places, they're $23.99, but for some reason, in one store near me, they were still $19.99. And so.
Oh, I think I paid $19.99 for these.
Yeah, I got my Shatter for $19.99.
For these, I think I paid $20. It's these ones that I'm like, what? What the fuck am I doing with my life?
Well, I'd say you avoided the big oof on the Buzzworthy Bumblebee stuff, but I'm going to give it to you, Rick, because you went, and I'll partake in this because we both bought that bullshit. We both bought that Cyberverse crap. So here we go.
You, because I don't know why you bought it.
I bought just the Bumblebee because it's different.
I have it all. I don't know why you bought it. It's not. It doesn't say Starscream on the box. It says Megatron.
I didn't buy the Megatron. What do you think I am, crazy? That's the same thing. I didn't buy that. I bought the Bumblebee because it's different. Because it has a bright yellow dump truck.
It comes with salvage.
Yeah, that's what you're right. That's what it is. It's salvage from rescue balls.
Yeah. All right, and I do like that. I just noticed this now. It has a little recycling symbol on the side of it.
Yeah, it's basically salvage from rescue bots.
Yeah. All right, I'm done talking. Lucas.
All right, so I'm going to show off this massive Voyager here. Right here. This is just a huge Voyager scaled figure here.
Is it the size that matters with that, or is it the fact that it's
how you use it, right?
How is that compared to the MP? Because I have the MP Hot Rod, and I'm just like, I don't know if I even need this 86 Series 1.
I think you're not a Transformers fan if you don't buy this. Honestly, this is like the greatest.
Oh, well, true.
This is one of the greatest toys ever.
This is probably the one thing that I could actually legitimately say is better than the Masterpiece. Like, I joke about it all the time, but I mean, this, like, I wish they would, like, redo the Masterpiece now, because this is a really good figure.
Okay.
Is it better?
I feel like I buy him, then I've got to buy Scourge, and then I've got to buy Blur over again, and I, like, go down that rabbit hole. Like, once you get 186, you're jumping down that rabbit hole with all of them.
Yeah.
And like, and I have a whole pile of Titans Return figures. You know what I mean? Sitting around, and I feel like, what do I do with the Titan Return figures if I get rid of those?
Throw them out.
I'm trying to figure that out myself, like with all the Siege stuff that's like, you know, where they re-release it in Earthrise. Like, what do I do with all the Siege stuff now?
Yeah, see, I have a very big, more or less rule of like one and done with figures. So I skipped like Siege Ironhide and Siege Prowl and Siege Smokescreen. Luckily, and then they did them in Earthrise, and I was like, good, because I'm not a Cybertronian vehicle fan. I like the Earth vehicle modes for those. So I got them once and done. But I have an MP of him. I've got the Cyclonus, you know, that came out a while ago with the Target Master, you know, which is a good solid Cyclonus. So I'm like, do I buy Cyclonus again?
Yeah, but that figure is like 10 years old already.
It is, but it's still a good figure.
I'm telling you, man, you buy the Cyclonus again. You just do it. It's so good.
As a troop builder, I'm like, now they're $30 a pop. Like, fuck.
Yeah, but it's like a lot bigger though. You know?
Yeah.
It's the
It's like,
skirt
not
has
this one,
nice size to it.
Oh, I think that's the other side of it too. Is like the toy hunt in our area is hard enough as it is, and if I'm going after figures that are known troop builders, like Cyclonus and Scourge, I'm going an uphill battle already just to get them. It's going to be frustrating beyond belief once I like lock my sights in on getting those.
Well, the funny thing about the Scourges is that I think like all the packs are 2 Hot Rods and right, and like 1 Scourge, right? So if people are troop building that, like, it makes it even worse. I know like people have been showing pictures off locally where there's like, you know, 6 Hot Rods on the shelf or 5 or whatever, you know, just, and no Scourges.
I got real bad news for anyone that troop builds Scourge, but I'll let them find out later. You really shouldn't be doing that.
They're gonna put out a 3-pack.
Well,
I'll buy a shitload of 3-packs too.
You don't need multiple Scourges. You need multiple sweeps.
Yeah. So anyway,
Pew pew.
I'm gonna limit myself to just 11 loose ones. I'm gonna cap it off at, a leader and then 10 soldiers. That's it.
That's it? That's all? Just 10?
Dude, I got over 100 of the headmaster ones.
Jeez, a piece.
Yeah, there's actually an unboxing video that Rick did for Cut the Tape like a while ago that I had to edit together of him opening 100 of those things. Or was it 50? I can't remember how many you did.
I think it was like 50, and I stopped because my hands hurt.
This isn't. We're not exaggerating either. Like this is.
No, and I believe you.
I did not give you any warning on who would be on the show or what they're like. I just wanted to let you experience it yourself. So, Lucas, anything else you want to say about this guy? Because
hopefully we'll do a full review of him on Microcasters. But yeah, he's really good.
Now, this will be a rare moment where I'll at least entertain your idea that this is better than the Masterpiece toy, because it has solved so many problems in such a elegant way that those Masterpiece Rodimuses seem to have had trouble kind of executing. Like, the proportions are quite good. The backpack is really, really slim. I mean, look how the spoiler is so big, but it's like, when you look at it from this side, it's like, oh my god, it's huge, but it looks just right.
Small.
Right.
You think it's
small?
small?
What little is about that? It's the hands. It's not these hands. It's hands. It's not just squares with circles in them.
They actually gave him real hands.
Yeah. It's pretty dope. The only thing I don't like is that you can't really put the buzzsaw anywhere unless it's on his hand. So like you can't really hold the Matrix, and it's a nitpick, but it's always annoying when you can't have all the accessories just like attached to the figure in some ridiculous way.
Oh,
I agree with
you
that.
won that.
No, I mean, I honestly think most of those toys are kind of bad compared to now, but they serve their purpose. I really do like. I was amazed by this, and yeah, I know you're saying it's small, but like from a robot mode, it's bigger than a Deluxe. I mean, at least the current.
It is slightly bigger. It's like in between a Deluxe and a Voyager. But yeah, I mean, like the level of like the parts count on it, the level of articulation and all that. I mean, I would rather get that stuff for $30 than what we're doing. Like that's the thing with me. Like where Steven had mentioned that like he really kind of just wants to have one per character. Like I kind of would like to stop rebuying these figures over and over again. Like I just want one perfect version, and I think that this is it. So I'm really happy with this, and I'm excited like once the Galvatron comes out to oppose him and whatnot.
Well, it has been a long time since Chug started, right? It's been a really long time, except for like the Titan returns and the Headmasters bullshit and all that stuff. It's nice to go back to these characters the way we remember them from our childhood. So I think like this Prowl, this will keep me entertained for another 10 years. I love the Chug Prowl, but now it's old and busted. It did its job. It's got to go to another shelf now. This guy's taking a spot. And then 10 years from now, there'll be another one, and it'll be even better than this, I hope. Maybe he'll have hands instead of squares. Circles.
Lucas, just in case you missed it, Zaldron said that Masterpiece is a dead line.
Oh, wow, look at that.
I don't know if I'm going to let him get away with that.
Looking for a face smack right now.
I might give
Zaldron
a big oof.
We might have to ban him.
There's a Seeker repaint coming out, so I mean, obviously the line's not dead.
That's not a shock at all. We're getting another Prime and Starscream. What?
Yeah, we're gonna get what we just got Starscream. We're gonna get Thundercracker, and then we're gonna get Ghost of Starscream, and then we're gonna get Thunderclap, Thundercracker, and then Skywarp will be a Takara Mall exclusive.
It's probably about right.
It's probably right. Yeah. Hey, Lucas.
I'd like the Ghost of Starscream for obvious reasons. I've got the retool, knockoff, import one. That's pretty much transforms like the current figure almost. But like, I would love to have an MP of Ghost of Starscream.
I have the first one, and I've never opened it. I still haven't opened it yet, but from the very first Starscream.
Yeah.
And I'm still waiting to one day I'll get around to it.
I'm just wary of clear plastic, like over time just snapping.
All right, let's keep this train moving.
It does like to snap. I just wanted to, Lucas, you want to? I don't know if you have a dog in this fight, but you want to take a wager on what MP100 will be?
Come on.
Since the line's dead, I mean, if we even get there.
They'll finally release Blaster at that point.
It's either going to be Optimus or Boba Fett. One of the two.
Yeah, it's going to be
Why not
Optimus.
both? Do a nice mashup.
No, it's going to be something stupid for MP100 because people will be like, "Oh, it's going to be something amazing, whatever." They're going to redo Optimus or Megatron, and it's it'll be
Wheelie.
Here's Cock.
I'm calling it right now. It's going to be Optimus Prime version 4, and it's not going to have 2 grills. And I'm going to dance in the street when that happens because it's going to look amazing. And if it's not, I'll buy you one. Okay? Whatever it is, if it's not that.
You know what?
But I'll be dead
Let's
before
hold
that
you
happens.
to that.
Sorry, Luke. What did you say, Rick?
I say we hold you to that.
Yeah, but so now what's Lucas got to do though? That's why there's no wager if it's only me.
Then he's got to buy you one if it does have 2 grills.
If it is Optimus.
No. You're saying if it doesn't have 2 grills, you're going to buy him one. Where you don't spin the grill around, right?
Well, Lucas has to want to wager.
I don't know if I could afford a version 4 of Optimus Prime though.
Yeah, if it's MP100, it'll be $1,000 by then.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
It'll probably just be Unicron. Let's get over it. It'll be a retool of the new Unicron made to look like Armada Unicron.
Woof. All right.
Woof my wallet.
We're going to round 2. And after speaking of $1,000 MP100, I'm going to take us way back on the other side and show you my latest purchase. The Zoteki Transformers figurines, currently available at Target. Look at that.
What is going on with his legs?
What?
What is going on with Starscream's legs?
He's blasting off. I don't know. He's made of cigarettes or something.
It looks like he doesn't have control of his legs, and he's just blasting off for the first time ever.
He looks like Iron Man in the first movie when he's testing out his rockets. He's got like Iron Man legs.
Where do they sell this at?
They're at Target.
Huh.
And like some stores have an end cap now with all the buzzworthy Bumbleball stuff, but they have these on it sometimes, or sometimes these are by the pops. They're by the pops. Okay. That's what you can
I feel like that would plug into your wall outlet and be like a nightlight for your kids.
You know what? I think I might just take one and put it in my daughter's fish tank.
Oh, there you go.
Well, there's more than just Starscream. They have all sorts of them.
There's taco eating, or he ate some spicy food.
Taco Tuesday Grimlock with Singing in the Rain Starscream.
So how much are those? Are those like $10 or something?
Well, that's the thing. They're super cheap. They're like $8.
Ooh.
And this is what they look like in the box. So.
Oh, that's nice.
I mean, it's still
It
shitty, but
looks like Soundwave had tacos, and he's about to have a bad experience.
yeah. These things are pretty dumb. I don't imagine anyone cares about these. They were so cheap that I was like, okay, I'll at least check them out. And so I ended up getting a few of them. And they all have like an interconnecting base that you can make a shitty diorama out of. But there's a chase figure, Skywarp. Skywarp made out of this is a chase, and you need it to complete the diorama. So
It's good. They're good desk formers though. If you want, like, I got those. What are those mega struck? Whatever those constructs. Little freaking, like they make a Hellboy one and a He-Man one and all those mega constructs or whatever they are.
yeah.
So I mean, in line with that, I'd throw that on my desk at work without any problems.
I mean, I think these are better. The Super 7 dudes. 'Cause
I
they at
don't
least
like the
move.
price tag on the Super 7 dudes.
Yeah.
Well, that's the price of articulation, buddy. It
Oh,
costs
They're
twice
like-
as much.
retro play.
They're the accoutrements figure basically.
It's the price of retro play. You can have that 5 points of articulation, or for the same amount of money, you can buy a fully articulated He-Man figure with retro play. So
Yeah.
we are enablers. We are enabling Super 7 to take our money.
Well, I am not recommending everyone go out and buy these, but if you want something kind of kitschy and weird that are pretty cheap,
No, I'll
go
get
for
them.
it.
Bitch, I'll get them.
I know. Trick, I have not seen a Skywarp yet, and I haven't really looked super hard, but he's supposed to be like a hidden chase, but he's available on Target's website, so you can just buy the chase. It's not available for sale yet, but I'm sure it will be. I don't know how rare it is, but there you go. A sad purchase by yours truly. Steven, you're up for round 2. What do you got now?
I've got this. Here, let me see if I can see myself. I can never see myself when I'm talking on here. There's no like me view. Here, hold on.
We see you.
Speaker view.
Just
Grid.
fine.
There we go. So,
Ooh.
yeah, yeah. Everyone recognizes the mold. So I bought the 2-pack of Transformers Prime, anniversary edition ones, and I bought it for this reason alone, to Ghostbuster it up, So I love this mold to pieces, just because I like the breakdown. When I started doing Ghostbuster figures, this is the mold I was searching for, and the swerve, and they were just so expensive. I didn't care which one I got. I just wanted the mold for the just nice size of the vehicle. So I picked him up. Funny thing is, the head snapped off as soon as I got it. So they with some finagling, I got Hasbro to ship me another one, and they let me keep the original set. But I was swapping the head out anyways. It's got a little bit of a... There he is. He's got a stakeout head, like a stakeout Redeco head. So I actually, picked that one up and redecoed the whole thing. We're still figuring out names for him. I haven't figured out a name for him. My wife is picking Bosun as a name for him because he's a big, beefy figure. But yeah, I'm super happy with it. It's not like a new figure or anything, but
We're not calling Twinkie.
What?
Call him Twinkie.
Somebody said Twinkie. I've got a little Titans Return Bumblebee that I redecoed like this, and we're trying to figure out a name for this guy as well. Who's more Twinkie?
That's more of a twink.
Yeah, well, exactly. So that's my fear is the name blasting will go. Here's Twink and Twinkie. Yeah. Most of the stuff I buy, I feel bad. It's like, here's another one I bought, brand new, and I painted him, I bought Hammerbite, and, here's Hammerbite.
Oh, yeah, I saw that online. Are you sure?
Yeah, so, I bought Hammerbite, and now he's Aquaman, for the most part.
Yeah, I like that one.
So I feel like I buy them, but then it's like lately I've been just shopping for stuff I can customize. I'm getting crap because I just picked up the.
There he is.
Oh, there you found him.
There he is. Go get him.
My eBay find was the ice cream truck, the skid and mud flap, and I'm making a custom out of that too. It's like it's a valuable figure, and I'm like, I'm making a custom out of it. I don't care.
our viewer Catherine is enthralled with your customs because we don't typically. I mean, I've shown a few customs I've made on here before, but we don't usually have people. Like you're discussing how I buy stuff just to customize it. I mean, that's great. That's like a whole nother sect of the hobby that a lot of our cast members are not super into, and so it's nice to have that variety. So yeah, Catherine. Steven is a customizer. He came on tonight as a special guest. You can find him at Switcraft. That's 2 T's. I think you can spell it. But she's asking about. She says he customizes them and then renames them. And, yeah. And you're currently in the process of naming some of like the breakdown guy you just showed.
Yeah, the Ghost. Yeah, the breakdown and the Titans Return. If I'm not doing those, I'm doing I'm also doing a Justice League set. That's where the Aquaman one came out. So I've got a few in the queue to finish up that whole series of Justice League ones.
Yeah, so you're a fan and a connoisseur of the pop culture mashup. You could say.
Yeah, you are partially to blame for that, sir.
Well, no one needs to know that.
The history's there.
Yeah, so Catherine, that is what's going on, and Steven is special guest tonight on Oof because Anna was busy doing family stuff. So, what's she thinking? We're her family. Just kidding.
Where's her loyalty?
Right?
Yeah, everyone's loving the customs. It's a cool spice of life variety tonight. So thank you for joining us.
All right.
I think Rick, you're doing something weird. What are you feeling out?
No,
Is something calling to you?
We're expanding the universe. Oof is when you pay a little too much for something, right? Oofa and oofa is when you have something expensive and something bad happens to it. That's an oofa. Oofa. Toofa.
Oofa.
Oofa toofa.
We'll put that on the wiki.
I was cleaning, unpacking stuff. I've been in this house 4 years. I'm still unpacking my collection. And I came across this. This is my Rock Bubble Grimlock. Dinobot. Rock Blister Dinobot. At one point these were like $400, right? I don't know what they sell for now. Not that much, I don't think. But
Oh!
Oofa.
Oh no!
The glue dried out, and as I was picking it up, it came undone.
Oofa.
And I was so excited because Cheetor was the last Rock Bubble Blister I needed. And now I need a Dinobot again. So this is an Oofa.
That is a real shame. That just breaks my heart. For those that may not know, can you explain the Rock Blister Bubble?
So the original release of Beast Wars, they didn't come with the curved bubbles. That is a signature, a staple of the line. They came with these individually made for each specific character rock blisters, as the fans have called them. And it was a lot cheaper to produce the round blisters because you just make one and done and the figure fixed inside of it. So these were the first wave. These are super hard to find. They sell for a couple $100 a pop. I think maybe they're down right now in price, but at one point this was easily a $450 figure. At one point, I haven't checked, but I would say there's no way that sells for this much now. I could be wrong. I don't know.
I mean, with Kingdom coming out, there's renewed interest in Beast Wars, so you never know. You
right.
might want to get while the getting's good. I mean, you could also find one and then sell that one to kind of like mitigate the cost of the replacement, but
I could, but who's going to buy this for,
I mean, it's still unused,
You never know.
I've never opened it.
Yeah, it's still unused.
So
It opened itself. It wanted out.
It opened it. Yes, thank you. It opened itself. So that's an Oofa. We now have a new term, an Oofa.
Just put it up on eBay, so that you can't actually tell that there's an issue, and then just put as is, no returns, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, that'll work out great.
That is nuts.
Just insure it when you ship it. That's all.
Yeah, insure it when you ship it.
Right. Oh, what happened?
I'm gonna
I
say
had no idea. You were gonna open it, right? It opened it for you.
Yeah, let's do the smart thing and film ourselves doing a crime. I'm gonna send you a link to the option. I'll insure it. You'll buy it, and when I ship it to you, it'll come off the card, and then we'll file a claim.
I got a better idea. Ship them the blister in one package, and then ship them the backer separately. Be like, well, I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened, guy.
Well, that's just a sad story. I think gonna have to give you the big oof for that. Or maybe I'll have to make a new one for
It's
Oofa.
the UFA.
Yeah, I need a
The
new video for that.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, Steven, you can't see the big oof. That is something that is in post. Exact. You can only see that on the final video, or if you're watching it live. So, was that your story for this round?
That was my story for this one. Yeah, the UFA.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I've
about that.
got an oof here that you might enjoy. I know you like the stuff that doesn't come out.
Oh yeah, you know.
Oh, his sexy voice came on.
Don't be teasing me.
Yeah. Oh. All right, Lucas.
All right, so continuing my theme here, I've got a cup as well. So I'm pretty excited for this. Oh, jeez. Pretty excited for this one because we haven't really gotten a good cup. So I really like it. I love the accessory that it comes with, the little Energon Goody Snacks thing, and you can put it on him in alt mode. So, yeah, he's a really cool figure. Has a cool transformation. So I like him a lot.
Take off the arms and legs. No.
Right? Yeah, I was gonna say, the arms and legs pop off.
Built-in quality control issues.
It's crazy how many things people have done with some of the weaponizers and whatnot, combining them with Cup.
Yeah, I mean, is he essentially sort of a weaponizer in a way? In that sense?
Sure.
Can you put those parts onto him?
It's all 5mm.
Yeah.
Post, right?
Yeah. So people are doing that where they're taking the weaponizers and combining them with him.
Cool. So do you have all three of them? All three of the deluxes currently?
I don't have Blur.
Oh, okay.
Which is weird that he was not on the shelf, but.
Well, out of the two, which one do you prefer currently?
Oh man, I mean that's like asking me to choose between my children here, Paul. Come on.
Dang.
I really like both of them. I mean, they're two of the best. That's the thing that's crazy is we went through the top figures of 2020,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, I don't know. I may have all the recent ones that we've gotten may have made the list for top of 2020. Just because they're all really, really good. I really like this and Jazz and Hot Rod. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to choose.
Well, remember that thought for 365 days from now when you're doing the 2021 review, and so much weird, crazy stuff has come out, and you forget about Jazz and Hot Rod.
That is true.
I will be on that episode just to remind you.
By the way, speaking of next, a year from now. We're close to my 5-year anniversary
of being on the show.
Of being on TFYLP, yeah.
Oh wow!
Well, I think that means you become the one in charge then, right? In 5 years.
Yeah, right.
It's yours.
We'll have to do a special episode, anniversary, Rick's anniversary.
I concede power to Lucas, and we will have a peaceful transfer of.
That's a nice change of pace. That's great. Love it.
Wait, what's a peaceful transfer of power? That's weird.
I forgot.
It's the reason why I wasn't on last week.
Oof, my country.
Oof. Hey, what
Wait,
country are you from?
Were you in DC, Rick, or?
I think we can legitimately state
Yes.
that no members of TFTalk were anywhere near Washington, D.C. in
No.
the past
Yes.
2 months. So that's great. Proud to be able to claim that with impunity.
Wow.
One thing about the cup, I haven't opened it myself, but I have to say, just from the pictures and what I've seen, that like the Rodimus and the Jazz are, in my opinion, like A pluses. Like both modes are great, and they do what you want, and the transformation's great, the accessories are great. The cup to me seems like one of those toys, and I still think it looks awesome, but I feel like they focused on the alt mode. Like, as far as getting really on-screen perfection.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wondered if you agree, because I haven't had the toy in hand.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the alt mode is spot on. I think the robot mode is really accurate as well, though. I mean, I don't know. It blows away the old Titans Return one. So I'll be curious to actually get Blur to see if I feel that same way about him. But, I mean... I don't know. I really like this one. So, and I think the face kind of bugged me in pictures. I'm getting used to it now. Like, it's better in hand, for me at least.
Cool. Yeah, I thought he looked a little... His face, there's something weird about the face. I can't explain it. And sort of the shoulders, to me, like, kind of bother me. But, I mean, having not actually played with the toy, I don't like to pass too stringent of judgment. But, cool. Thanks for sharing that. I'm not sure I really have a third.
Should we make this a speed round just because?
Yeah, I think so. I'm kind of out. I'm good. I didn't.
All right.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah.
Stefan, what you got?
Restraint. Yeah, I'm passing it along to you, Steven.
I've got, I've got another custom. That's about it.
Sure.
I picked up I really, really like the Elita 1 mold. Way better. It's the same mold than an RC. So I just, took off her back peg and threw her into a Catwoman.
Oh, that looks awesome.
Dude, I gotta follow. I think I follow you on Twitter, man. You got some crazy ideas.
But yeah, I mean, she seemed, perfect without the backpack on. And I might actually pick up that upgrade kit, you know what I mean, that they're putting out there, and just repaint it and throw it on her anyways for look. But yeah, I mean, I love the Elita 1. I don't know. RC looks like RC. I can't use Hot Rod and Blur and Cup and RC, and I can't use them for customs because the alt modes always look like you're just repainting the figures. But the Elita 1, you pop out the whole car mode, and it looks good, by itself. I mean, I put together a little mask for her and stuff, a little, whip. Accessorize.
Give everyone your Twitter again so they can find you.
Yeah, it's at Switcraft. SWITTCRAFT. So that's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, across all channels, branded.
Yeah, we're getting lots of good feedback on the customs, so from the viewers. I think I saw you, or you sent me a photo of that or something, and originally I thought you were making that IDW character. I'm sorry, I can't think of her name. There's Lug. It's like from the last season of More Than Meets the Eye. It's the pair of the biplane girl.
Anode,
yeah, that's who I thought.
Yeah,
it was.
I actually made Anode. I made her out of Shatter. I made her out of the plain mode of Shatter instead. So, funny enough, the Wonder Woman that I made, which is right here. So this Wonder Woman is made out of a Windblade with an Anode head. There's somebody made a kit for the head and the body and the Anode wings and stuff. But since I made it out of Shatter, I was like, I'm not going to do that again. So I kind of repurposed it because we kind of like the waist piece and everything and made a Wonder Woman out of it instead to go with the Justice League set. But yeah, I like Anode and Lug just don't get enough love, so
Yeah, they definitely don't. Very cool. Thanks for sharing those again. So.
Cool work, man. Some awesome work on your part.
Thank you. I'm
All right.
doing a flash out of Sunstreaker next.
Oh, nice.
Sneak peek.
All right, let's start to wind down.
Rick
I
winding
found
down.
something I didn't know I had, and I had a like. I'm like, what's this? So I'm setting up a case. I'm like, I think I'm missing some figures, and sure enough, I found another big box of figures that belong in that case, and this was in there, and I'm like, oh. And then I remember Peter Forever Destron saying, "Oh, those never came out." And I'm like, "Oh, so this never came out."
Oh
This
my
is
God, are those a Tactics?
This is the 4-pack of the movie of Tactics. It's got Optimus, Megatron,
It's big ones, and then
Bumblebee, and Bone Crusher.
oh, yeah. Wasn't the game done by then?
I guess, yeah.
I don't remember seeing those. Not that I was
No,
a big a Tactics fan, but you know.
Yeah, not the movie or G1 of Tactics ever came out.
Dang.
So I just thought I have the Optimus Prime, the G1 Optimus Prime of Tactics, but I didn't remember having any movie ones. And then I have there's a different Megatron that comes with a Scorponok, and I have that in the box. And Peter's like, that never came out. I'm like, oh, that's probably why I don't have a loose one.
Probably.
So how does that work with like that box stuff that you have? Like, do they run like a small run that is like in the employee store, or like how did you get a hold of it?
No, this was this would be like the quality control sample. Like they would we would have gotten this at work, and they would have looked at it, said, all right, the box looks good, all the contents look secure in place, make them.
So like when they get that kind of stuff, then they just throw it your way because they're like, all right, Rick like wants everything, so here you go, Rick.
That's how I got this.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea how I got this. I definitely got it from work. I don't know how I got it or who I got it from.
I'm liking the box art on the sides.
There's I would say with stuff like this, there's probably just like 2 or 3 that are made.
Yeah.
As, quality samples before they go ahead and run it.
That's the old Megatron face. That's before they switched it. On the side facing your camera, Rick.
Yeah.
Does the figure have that face?
No, it doesn't.
It has the actual movie face with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Question about that. So when you get the control samples and you give them the go ahead, how long till stuff starts getting produced? Is it like a month later, 2 months later?
It depends. It depends on everything has its own schedule, because they'd be like, all right, well, this figure's behind, so we need to pull some deluxes from production, put this in its place. Or they'll say, all right, we're going to do this for Comic-Con, so run it in 2 weeks. Every item is completely different.
Makes sense. Makes a sense. So, Steven, just so you're aware, Rick previously was kind of was it Transformers Creative?
I was the creative manager for G.I. Joe and Transformers.
Nice.
Yeah, for a good long time. So
I'll get your love all over my shelves.
Yeah, he's written some books that are out there.
Prime was my baby, so I like the fact that you're customizing that. I fought long and hard to get that breakdown figure released here, and it just never happened.
I love the Prime series. I think as far as it's a solid all around series. So
it's good.
Bring back the RC. I want an anniversary RC figure, so it's not so hard to get.
Well, Rick, you can just call someone, right? Make that happen now?
Yeah, just make it happen.
Just like Glyph and Tap Out?
Yeah, no, I don't. It's Lucas, your turn.
Check your Rolodex.
I think there's probably 2 or 3 people that are still there from when I worked there.
Yeah, so much. I mean, stuff changes at companies.
Oh, there we
quick.
go.
It's a rotating door, man.
Ooh, so my finally 86 is Scourge. So I have one of those myself. So I've not transformed him yet. So, but he looks really good in robot mode.
Love those fingernails, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one's currently that's the one to get.
Yeah.
That's the one that's hard to find. It's not, it because of its case breakdown, like you said, it's pretty much like wiped from shelves unless you're the first one there.
It's so weird. So when I found mine, there were three Scourges and 2 Hot Rods. I bought them all. I'm like, screw who's ever coming after me. I'm going to buy all 5 of these.
That was
And
at a Target?
Yeah, it's Target.
Yeah, I mean, you must just have a ton of Hot Rod fans where you live. Or they, were weird about they didn't put everything on the shelf. I don't know why they'd hold stuff back into the break room.
It's possible the case breakdowns were different and just changed, and the UPCs were just kept the same.
Yeah, that is. All sorts of
I don't know.
stuff.
But yeah, no, he looks really cool, and I like that he's the proper size now. Like that's the thing that's nice about Transformers. Like I enjoy the fact that that they're all scaled correctly now. So
no, like of all the figures that have come out, like Cyclonus, who is like not a Studio Series 86. But he looks like he's supposed to be. Rodimus looks so close. I kind of feel like they took a few liberties with Scourge, but it still works really well. Like like the way the cape, they kind of like gave him a double cape in a way, but I don't know how else. I don't know how else you're supposed to solve that problem.
Those 2 little back things flip up, and it looks better when you're looking at them straight on.
Oh, do they? Oh, there we go. I was gonna say I have not really messed with the figure, so.
Oh, they do.
Like you mean flip it up like this?
Oh well, you don't have to flip it all the way up.
Yeah, I'll have to look at the instructions again. Like I've not actually messed with this figure really. Like I took him out of the box and that's about it.
I love my Troop Builder, so that was the first thing. I haven't even opened anything else. But yeah, I love my sweeps, man.
Well, beware. There is a sweep coming. What that means, I don't know. But
it's got DevCon's head.
I hope not. Well, that looks cool. I wish I collected Scourge so I could buy that, but it's not to. I'll have to come down to Kansas City and I'll play with yours. How about that?
There you go.
I'll wear my mask. I promise.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I think that wraps it up. We actually got done in just about an hour. That's pretty good.
Good.
That's pretty
Look
good.
at that.
Not not 2 hours, not 3 like sometimes, So just wanted to say thank you everybody for listening. We got a lot of people in tonight. We got Catherine Zaldron, Brian Sportimus, Zaldron. Did I already say him? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Minifigure collector. I think that's someone new I'm not used to. So welcome, Jay Holla, Pigeon Fusion, and Ron. So thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Steven, for being a part of the show tonight. Kind of last minute. Glad to give you another outlet to show off your great work. Just a reminder to see him at Switcraft on a variety of platforms: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook too. So if you want to check out some great eye candy, that is a good place to go, and he's always making something cool. So he might even take a commission if you ask really nicely and bend his arm. And then I'll tell him to do it. Be like, you gotta do this. Do it.
Hey, Steven, you've got a 3D printer, right? According to your Twitter.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got it and printed out half of a test cat. So I'm tweaking it and figuring out how to get it to fill. But yeah, I actually am trying to set it up to print out some more Ectotron pieces, some gap fillers and stuff.
Awesome.
I'm for a commission.
Cool.
There you go.
There you go.
Paul's connecting people.
Make them sales. Make them sales. Anyways, this is Oof My Wallet. We are trying to be on every Wednesday, if not every other Wednesday. Just in full disclosure, I will not be able to host the show after February, so I don't know what's going to happen here. Something crazy is going to happen, but we may have another rebranding soon, or we may be taking a break. So get your oofs in while you can. We'll be trying to do it every Wednesday until I have to take my little break. So just be warned. And Friday,
kid, I can't do the show.
Nope, I'm gonna be a little
I was
busy.
gonna say the rest of us have kids, and,
You're
we
kids. I've got at least 2 kids that I know of.
Yeah, but you guys have had time to adjust to that change in your lifestyle that it seems like years ago. I will be hitting the ground running. So I'm just making sure I have all my ducks in a row first. So this Friday or Saturday, we should be having a new Cut the Tape. Is that correct, Rick?
Yeah, what are we doing this week for Cut the Tape? I am doing actually something I've been saving for a while. We're going to do something Prime related that not a whole lot of people remember or knew about.
Uh-oh. Well, you better tune in for that. That'll be on the YouTube page for TFYLP, either Friday or Saturday, depending on how busy Lucas gets. So, Monday we'll be having a new TFYLP. What's the topic? I believe is it another year in review sort of thing?
Yeah, it's gonna be the top masterpiece and third-party figures.
Ooh, yeah.
Of the last century.
Ever. The countdown, the count up to MP100 starts on Monday, so be ready.
Yeah.
We'll be talking Royal Rumble predictions as well. And we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll have a new president by then. Who knows?
That remains to be seen. And on Tuesday, we will also be having another glorious episode of Microcasters on Facebook with the Microcasters themselves, Lucas, Christian, and Anna. So tune in for that on the TFTalk Facebook page. I'm your host, Paul, and I am going to go take a long nap until tomorrow. Cheers.
Oh, I gotta put my chickens away.